What is going on, guys? In this stock analysis and due diligence video, we are going to be talking about the ticker symbol ZOM, which stands for Zomedica Corp. So let's get right into the video. What exactly do they do? They are currently sitting at a share price of 0.9798, and they have a market cap of 800 million. What do Zomedica do? So they are an animal health company that creates products for companion animals such as canines, felines, cats and dogs by focusing on the unmet needs of clinical veterinarians. So one of the main products that they're actually going to be releasing in end of March that caused the stock price to go up quite a big amount is called TRUFORMA. So what TRUFORMA is it basically allows vets to diagnose adrenal and thyroid diseases very quickly in a matter of, as you can see here, 18 minutes. Now, usually the current diagnosis protocol at vets for thyroid and adrenal issues is very difficult, and it requires that the diagnostic test sample is taken to a reference lab, for example, so you can't even diagnose it on the spot. So customers have to leave and then come back probably the next day to look at the results of the sample and find out. So this product is able to diagnose in 18 minutes what would usually take a matter of days at a normal veterinarian. So again, this product is going to be launched in March. In fact, it's going to be the 30th of March, which is the last day of Q1. So that's an absolutely ideal date for the product to be launched, because then they'll have a full quarter of sales. So in the end of Q2, it could show great revenues, for example, of people using this product, and then that could again cause the share price to rocket up. Okay, so let me show you guys this product from the product website. As you can see here, this is what the product looks like. Okay, and how it's operated is you just take a sample from the pet, you put that sample into the cartridge, you insert that cartridge into the TRUFORMA over here, and then you get the results in 20 minutes or less. Now, if you want to watch the whole video and see how this product works, you can do that, but I'm not going to go through that because that's 3 minutes 16, and you guys can do that yourselves. I'm going to leave a link in the video below in the description if you guys want to watch that. Okay, guys. And the next thing that I'm going to talk about very briefly is the fact that there are great future capabilities of this TRUFORMA product. So in the future, although right now it already diagnoses adrenal and thyroid issues, in the future, this product is going to have capabilities such as diabetes diagnosis, gastrointestinal, renal, and infectious disease testing too. If you don't believe me, all you have to do is you have to go to this video and watch it. So I'm just going to play it for like 10 seconds.
And expanding capabilities are anticipated, including gastrointestinal, diabetes, renal, and infectious disease testing.
So as you can see, they are expanding future capabilities of this product, and they are going to be having diabetes testing, gastrointestinal, etc. And why is this important? You'll find out in the due diligence, because those are some of the biggest problems of cats and dogs. Okay, so that will increase the potential of this product even more. Now then, let's go into the stock analysis. So ZOM, first we'll look at some of the catalysts. Although right now it's at 0.9797 cents. The stock really started to rise back in November time, because it was actually on November 13th that Zomedica announced that they will be selling the TRUFORMA product. Okay, and as you can see over here, this is the chart in November. That's when it started to rise. Before it was at 7 cents, and then slowly 0.14, 14 cents, and then 18, and then slowly went up, and then there was a huge rise in January. And the reason for the rise in January is because this CEO was announced, and that's very important in any stock, especially in a penny stock, having a great CEO. And Robert Cohen, over here, he has over 30 years experience in this industry, so he's very reputable. You need a reputable guy at the top, and he's led a lot of small young organizations to great success. So he's a great CEO, and that's why the stock price of Zomedica actually shot up. This was when it was announced, and then as you can see, January the 12th, it went from, in a matter of days, 0.4 to 1.3 over $1, $1.3. So that was huge. Okay, The actual peak, if we look at the 52-week range, and you can't really see it on the 6-month chart unless I zoom in, is 1.48. So it was actually at $1.48. That was the peak. So obviously it has big potential, and then it, after huge gains, there is always going to be a pullback. That's why there was a pullback here, and it's been consolidating around the $1 mark now. So I'm going to go back onto the 5-day chart, and it's consolidated around the, just under a dollar, at 0.97. And the reason for this rise, which was actually Monday, is because, as we're going to go onto later on here, as you can see, yesterday it was announced that Miller Veterinary Supply had signed a distribution agreement with Zomedica for the eastern and mid-eastern region, which is Texas, Maine, states like that. So they've announced that these people will be distributing the product, the TRUFORMA product, and they're incredibly reputable. They were established in 1920. They're actually the oldest wholesale veterinary distributor. This is obviously huge news because the product isn't even out yet. It's going to be out in the end of March. So they're starting to build up the network. I'm going to show you proof of this here. As you can see, under the terms of the distribution agreement, Miller will be representing Zomedica in states ranging from Texas to Maine, concentrated in the eastern and mid-eastern portion of the USA. Okay, guys, so this is huge news. Obviously, you can just go into a vet and sell your product. It's possible for me. If I'm a CEO of ZOM, for example, Zomedica, I can say, yeah, we're just going to get loads of employees to go into different vets and try and sell our product there. But it's not efficient, is it? That's why you have reputable distributors who will sell your product, and they have an incredible network. Miller Veterinary, they've been around for a long time, so I think it's excellent that they have these guys on board. So that was just a little PR that saw the stock rise around 10% on Monday, and then it slowly decreased again. But I do think that there will be various catalysts like this. So this was, as you can see in this article, it was just the this kind of region in the eastern and mid-eastern portion. So Zomedica is probably, I would imagine, from now until the end of March, they're going to probably announce other distributors in other parts of the USA, for example, and even worldwide. We don't know. So I do think these will be other upcoming PRs that could see great price action, and I think this price action could continue until the launch of the product. And when the product is launched on March the 31st, I do believe that we could see great price action. And we've already seen Zomedica go above, go around the $1.5 mark. So that was just purely based on people riding the wave, retail investors coming in after the new CEO was announced. So imagine when this actual product is issued in the end of March, that is going to be huge. I do think that is going to cause some great price action. That's just my opinion. But if it can go up to 1.5 based on the new CEO joining, who does have great experience, then when this product is actually launched, I could see at least $2 in my opinion. But I'm not a financial advisor, so do not take my opinions as facts. Okay, guys. So the next bit I'm going to go on to is the due diligence section. So what I have for you guys is the fact that Zomedica has 30 institutional investors already invested in their organization, which accounts to almost 2% of the shares. However, JagX, for example, Jaguar Health, which is another pharma company in a similar field, pharmaceuticals, they have only 20. So that's just a little bit of a crude comparison for you guys, but obviously I do think having institutional investors on board proves that they're a legitimate organization and they have a legitimate product, which is obviously important, because institutional investors, they don't just back any stock. How many penny stocks do you know that have a lot of institutional investors on board? Probably not many. So I do think this is another great sign. Another thing is the fact that the TRUFORMA product is targeted at the diagnostic segment of the pet market, which is projected to grow to 2.8 billion by 2024, and that's up from 1.7 billion in 2019. So it's already a big market right now, but it's only going to get bigger and bigger. Why? Because one of the main reasons is because of COVID. There are more people indoors, people have more time, people have more money because they're not going out eating and spending money. They're forced to be indoors. They're going to get stimulus packages in America, for example. So more people have more money and they're adopting more pets. They have more time, and people are also a little bit lonely spending all that time indoors, so they want a companion, a dog or a cat or whatever. And it's actually projected for Americans to spend a record 99 billion this year on their pets, according to the American Pet Products Association. Okay, so that is huge, and it's going to continue to grow. Okay, because when COVID ends, even when COVID ends, people aren't just going to let go of their pets and say, hey, we don't need these anymore, COVID's finished. They're obviously going to keep them. They've built a bond with them, so that market is only going to grow more and more, in my opinion. The next bit of due diligence that I have for you guys, as I said, Zomedica, as I showed you, approved in that video that they said they're working on other diagnoses to improve their TRUFORMA product, such as gastro. Future capabilities include diabetes diagnosis, gastrointestinal diagnosis, renal and infectious disease testing. So, what are the most commonly billed insurance claims for cats in the USA? Yeah, you guessed it, it's gastrointestinal. So as you can see over here, here is this article, Pet Insurance. As you can see, that for cats, gastrointestinal is the number 1, and number 3 for dogs. So these are obviously huge, the most commonly billed insurance claims. So imagine having this product at the vets. It'd be so easy to deal with these issues because you just use the TRUFORMA product. So I do think it has huge potential, especially because their future capabilities of their product is increasing and the market is growing more and more. So I do think it's a great product. I do think it is a great stock, and the price, as discussed, around 0.97. I think it's reasonable value, under $1. I do think it's good. Like I always say, make sure you buy the stock at a dip. And yeah, I do think it has great potential when this product is released in March, so it's a bit of a longer swing play. Right now it's the end of January, so it will be at least another month, and maybe there will be good price action if there's more great PRs, like more distribution agreements, which would cause the stock price to rise, and then a final surge when on March the 30th, when this product is released, there will be a big surge, and then people could get potentially 100% gains, for example, and then sell or do whatever, but it's up to them. But like I always say, make sure you buy a dip, do your own due diligence. But this is the due diligence that I have for you guys. Let me know in the comment section below, are you interested in the stock? Have you got it? What's your average? And yeah, thank you for watching. This is the Cash Creator signing off. Peace out.